everybody, welcome back to RacingNews.com and welcome back to another one of our previews. Let's go to north of the border. Let's go to Canada. Let's go to the Woodbine Mile. Race 10 on the card Saturday, September 14th at Woodbine. It's a good field, a really solid field here lined up for this one. This Woodbine Mile usually is a pretty good producer as far as Breeders' Cup goes, and we got a field of 8 here. Let's go through them one by one. The number 1 horse is Play Me a Tune. This horse is 3 for 3 here at Woodbine, all 3 races here at Woodbine. I shouldn't say 3 for 3, 2 for 3. Broke the maiden by 11, won an allowance by 5, and then was second by a neck in the Bold Venture, a grade 3 event on the synthetic. So that's the thing. All 3 of these races have been on the synthetic. All 3 of the races have been at either 6 or 6.5 furlongs. So now we're going to the turf, and we're stretching out in distance. So there's a lot to prove here for this horse. You got to think at one point you go, well, I kind of like it better, if this horse was 3 for 3 over the synthetic, and maybe it made me feel a little bit better. Lost last time out in a grade 3 race. However, lost to Patches O'Houlihan in that race, and he's a very nice horse. So there's kind of good and bads to it. But look, the big question, how will the horse like the turf? That's going to be the big question mark here, and we'll see what happens. Number 2 is Naval Power. I expect this horse to be the favorite. Charlie Appleby horse, going to be ridden by William Buick. Now, that's very big news in my opinion. Okay, let's look at just the races in the United States. One of them came April 12th at Keeneland in the Maker's Mark Mile. Horse was second, beaten by 2 1/4. Got beat by Master of the Seas. Obviously, Master of the Seas, very good horse. Last time out in the Turf Classic at Churchill Downs, got beat a neck by Program Trading. Frankie Dettori was on that day. Tyler Gaffleone was on the race before at Keeneland. And that's because William Buick was probably on Master of the Seas that day, right? And no probably about it. He was. Now, Buick is here to ride. I think that's a very good sign. I think that's telling you that they think Naval Power is loaded and ready to go. Buick always the number 1 rider for Appleby. Number 3 is Special Reserve. Ontario-bred horse here that is coming out of a 3rd place effort last time out in the King Edward. That's a local prep race for this one. No wins this year, but has ran pretty well in most of the races, just not quite good enough. Probably going to be the same story here today, to be honest. Philo Di Ariana is a horse that has beat him a couple of times. He's also in this race, so going to be tough to turn the tables, no doubt about it. Number 4 on the list here is Big Rock, and Big Rock will come over and make the United States debut after running kind of poorly in the last couple of really 3 starts. But last year in 2023, won a Group 1 race right there in England and did it pretty darn easily at Ascot. I should have said it. It did it pretty darn easily. I've been running really well, 1st and 2nds in almost every start. Longchap, Daveville, Chantilly, all these places that are very tough to win races. The horse was doing it. And then, like I said, this year it's been really disappointing. Came back off of a long layoff at Newberry, ran in a Group 1 race, just didn't do much. Went to Ascot, Royal Ascot, didn't do much again, and then was at DeVille last time out and didn't do much again. Tough races for sure, but I don't know. It almost kind of feels like they're grasping a little bit. Say, hey, we'll take them over here to North America, I should say, to Canada. Maybe see if we can get a win against a little bit weaker company. Does run into Naval Power. That's definitely not weaker, but I don't know. It seems like, maybe the form's just going the wrong way for this horse. Number 5 is Philo Di Ariana. Horse has won 2 races in a row, including, I mentioned last time when we were talking about Secret Reserve. This horse won the King Edward last time out, the local prep race for this one. 1 by nose in that one, 1 by 2 1/4, going 6 furlongs in the Highlander. I think this horse probably is a little bit better going a little shorter, but we've seen good races going a mile as well. And this horse is in great form for Mark Cassie, who's in great form as well as a trainer. So the 5, kind of the, quote unquote, local hope for this one. I think he'll be tough. I think he'll show up with a good effort once again. Number 6 is Win for the Money. This is a horse that 3 races back was a stakes winner at Gulfstream Park. 4th in the Wise Dan, 2 races back, not that great. Then last time out at Ellis was 2nd in the Kentucky Downs Mid-Billions preview. So, another one. I don't know how he matches up against a horse like Naval Power or even Philo Di Ariana. Not quite sure if Win for the Money matches up. Number 7 is Niagara Sky. This horse has been getting better with each start. Problem is they've been against allowance horses. third in an allowance, second in an allowance, and then one an allowance last time out. Again, big step up here to the Woodbine Mile, but maybe this horse is progressing in the right way. Speed figure is getting a little bit better each race. Gonna have to get a lot better for this one. And then finally, number 8 is My Boy Prince. This is a horse that needs no introduction. This is last time out was the favorite in the King's Plate. Now the bad news is lost by 3/4 of a length, but still ran okay. The cutback is going to be key here. I like the cutback to a mile. I think the mile race is where you're going to see him at his best. He was third last time out, or last time we saw him going a mile and on the turf was at the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He was third in that race. He got beat by Unquestionable and Mountain Bear, 2 very good horses. So, no disrespect in that. The last time he won a mile here at Woodbine, he ran second to Carson's Run, beaten 2 1/4. So I think the cutback works, but look, it's a very tough race. This is a much tougher race than what he's been facing by far. So that's kind of the negative side of it, but I think we'll see his best going at this distance. All right, that's the field of 8. For me, it's simple. I'm going number 2, Naval Power on top. This horse getting Buick, I think, is a big, big key. Last time Buick was on him, it was a win over at Maidan. Buick has also rode him to a few other wins, 4 other wins to be exact as well. So, him shipping over here is the big key to me. And also, as we kind of just go through it, the 5, Filo di Ariana, I think if it was 6 furlongs, it would be dangerous. A mile, I'm not sure that's really his best. We don't really know what Big Rock is anymore. At one time, Big Rock would be pretty darn scary, but are those days behind him? We're not sure. And then the rest of this field just kind of leaves a little bit to be desired. So I think Naval Power is a big-time standout in this one. So number 2, Naval Power on top for me in the Woodbine Mile. All right, that'll do it for our preview of the Woodbine Mile, live Saturday, September 14th at Woodbine. Guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is a great card at Woodbine. A lot of Breeders' Cup winning year-end races as well, the Natalia and the Summer. So a big, big card there at Woodbine. All right, that'll do it for our video. Hit the like button if you like it. Subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Woodbine on Saturday.